Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel if y'all are new here. My name is Cassandra. I am the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. And if you guys are returning, hey family, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know it has been a couple of weeks since we have last met, and the last time you guys heard from me, I was actually traveling. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. I at first was going to do a reading for each of the signs, but Spirit is calling me to actually just do a pick a deck reading. So the vibe that I'm feeling right now is deeply ancestral, and so that is the vibe that obviously we're gonna go with. So I have here 3 different piles for you to choose from with 3 different objects. Pile number 1 is going to be the talking stick. So this has everything to do with listening and talking when it is your turn, and also ensuring that whatever you say is meaningful, it is from the heart, it is honest, it is true, and that it is divine. So this has everything to do with ensuring that your words are from your higher self, your higher mind, your higher wisdom, and things of that nature. So pile number 1 definitely is going to has to do with some type of communication. So for the second pile, we do have this knife here. If you guys don't know me by now, or if you guys did not know, I love collecting things like pocket knives, and I love like different things. I guess it's kind of like the grandfather in me, where I just love pocket knives. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it so much. So anyways, I love pocket knives, I love mugs, and I just like collecting things like that, the very masculine things. I'm really drawn to those different elements. And I also like bullets. I don't know why I'm saying this for pile number 2, but there's something about like collecting information and just simply doing things in a way where you are protected, and also using things for good and letting nothing go to waste. I don't know why that's coming through, but I'm gonna trust it. So this will be for pile number 2, in addition to the cigar as well. There's something about the cigar and the knife and the pocket knife coming through for pile number 2. I'm almost getting the vibe of protection, but that's just me channeling even before I even get to the deck. So now this is pile number 3, and this is going to be the peace pipe. And this has everything to do with, you know, communication with other tribes and things of that nature. And also tobacco was burned during sacred ceremonies where the healers would actually burn tobacco and not during their healing ceremonies. So this has something to do, what I'm feeling and picking up on is ritual. There's something about the breath, and there's something about sacred ceremonies and whatnot. I don't know why I'm hearing the word initiation, but we'll see what happens when we get to pile number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to stop and pause to let you guys breathe in deeply and choose your deck. And before we get started, I would like to offer a prayer. Divine, thank you so much for allowing us to spend time today. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the medium that relays any messages that my tribe needs to hear. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your benevolent love and divine protection as we move forth into the world. Thank you for always surrounding us with the great spirits and also with your love and divine guidance. I accept the role as a divine channel for my tribe, for myself, and for the world. Thank you so much for allowing me to be the one to deliver any messages that my tribe needs to hear. I ask that you please come through us right now to give us the wisdom, the knowledge, and the answers that we need to help us along this journey. I call upon our ancestors right now, the benevolent ancestors who want the best for our highest and our greatest good, to come into us now to give your wisdom to us and to offer your love to us as we seek your knowledge. And it is so. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. I'm just going to move these other ones to the side here. So if you guys chose pile number 1, this is your reading. Now, this is just a, you know, like I said, just a pick a deck reading. I'm guessing we're going to call it, you know, what the guides have for us or what our ancestors want us to know. Who knows? I'll see when I'm done. And we're going to be using the Native American Tarot as well as the Hoodoo Tarot. If you know, you know. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this pile. pile number 1. Yep, if you're listening to this reading, I immediately want to tell you that it is time for you to start doing more ancestor work. And for whatever reason, I'm also being called to tell you to do your genealogy. There is definitely some type of communication coming through. And I'm also I'm seeing the word hawk. And I'm also seeing a hawk, which is very interesting. Also, I know that typically when I pull cards, I usually pull a lot of cards. I'm hearing I don't need to pull very many cards for whatever reason. I'm just going to let whatever comes through. Oh, wow. I'm going to let whatever comes through comes through. And the first card that came through here was the Lovers. The Lovers card was the first one. I hope you guys can see this. Is it a little dark? Can you turn it up a little bit? There we go. I hope it's not too bright. There we go. And then the second card that we have here are the 3 of Wands in reverse here. Some of you guys cannot see where you are going. Yep, you can't see. Oh, wow. As I say that, we have the Fool card here. So this is, I'm hearing the word introspection. Yep. Okay, introspection. It makes sense because the 2 of Swords is here. Okay. Yep. So basically I feel like with this card here, this definitely does feel like spiritual communication. If you are not communicating with an actual person or with an actual person, this feels like you're connecting more with spirit. It feels like you are connecting more with your guides and you're connecting more with your ancestors. What I'm hearing is on a silent level. I'm hearing something about the word research. Like, it's definitely time to do some form of research is what I'm hearing with this group. I feel what Spirit is saying right now is that okay, I just heard the word consult. So it's like some of you guys are being called to consult your guides first before making whatever decision. Some of you guys are being called to actually go into meditation to seek answers from within and to seek answers from what I'm hearing is the Great Spirit is what I'm hearing. I'm also feeling that some of you guys need to go back and reflect on some of the decisions that you made to see if those were actually in alignment with what you were setting your intention for. There's something about going back and changing your decision. If you feel the need to change your decision, Spirit is saying to go for that. Also, there is some type of, what I'm hearing is the word communion. So communion and communication with your ancestors. This is something, some type of knowledge or wisdom or something that is being told to you that is for your ears and your eyes only. There is some type of information that is not meant for someone else, that is only meant for you, because the information that is being given to you is 100% going to help you get the wheel turning. It's so interesting that I said the word hawk earlier, because if I'm not mistaken, that does look like a hawk here. So the hawk spirit definitely is here right now. We have the hawk spirit, we have the turtle, we have the otter, and we have the snake. Earth, air, fire, and water, right? And it's really, really interesting because I feel like with this here is that this is right on the mark. There's something like, I'm seeing some type of like drums. And I just heard the word longhorn. If you are not someone that does your ancestor work and you feel off put by this reading, it's not for you. So I'm gonna ask you to click out, because one thing that I don't want to do, and this is so interesting because I feel the need to set a boundary, and I feel that me setting this boundary is something that Spirit is asking you to do as well. And I feel like this is not one of those things where you just go and you just say things because you feel like you could just say it. It's one of those things where you really have to speak with intention, integrity, and you have to speak with knowing. If you are someone that is off put again by this reading, or if you feel like you are not ready to hear your spiritual, your ancestors or your spirit guides speak, if you are afraid of that, then you are being called to step away, because you are someone that is highly intuitive. And when you put yourself into meditation, and when you go into this quiet space, and when you really start to channel, you will hear things very, very clearly. And Spirit is saying that if you are not ready, then you need to state that you are not ready, because there is a whole, I don't know why I'm hearing like a whole community of ancestors that is waiting for you, but these ancestors are not just from one space. You have many ancestors, and they do not look like what you are just used to seeing because of what you were told. And it's interesting because they want to speak with you because they're trying to give you some type of information that is going to help you elevate. But this is going to require you to do your ancestor work. A part of you doing your ancestor work looks like you doing research in your genealogy. Contrary to popular belief, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to step away from it, is the fact that it's one thing to do your DNA test and it's another to do your genealogy. That is all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to say anything else. Spirit is saying that when you speak out and when you call out for help, help is on the way. It's just that they want you to be more open to receiving messages in ways that you're not used to. And they don't want to scare you. And so they may come into your dreams first as a form of an animal. They may come in the form of a spirit animal, like literally in your waking life. You may have been seeing a certain animal for so long. I don't know why I'm hearing the word rabbit, but it's almost like for some of you guys, you may be seeing lots of rabbits, or you may be seeing lots of hawks or lots of crows. For you guys, this is your ancestors coming to you in the form of these animals, because we all have a connection to animals. We all have a connection to nature. We are not separate. We are of nature. And what they're saying is that they're coming to you in this form first because they don't want to scare you. So it may start off in your dreams and then to your waking life. And then once you get used to, you may start hearing like a name, or you may start seeing like a certain letter or like a certain number, and you may smell something certain. For some of you, it's the smell of tobacco. For others of you, it's cherry. That is really, 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 really specific. And for others of you, it's a very certain smell, like a cologne. I'm hearing like some type of cologne or some type of perfume. If you've been smelling those things randomly, then that's your ancestors trying to reach you in a way, again, that is not off-putting. And they've been doing this a lot more consistently because there's something that you have been wanting that they can help you with. And so that's why you're being called to do ancestor work. That really does make a lot of sense. Now, I do feel like for some of you guys, you don't see exactly where you're going right now, but there's something about the word monument. Wow. Knight, the Navia of Swords, the Page of Swords. Yes, this is definitely communication. Asking the questions. Ask your ancestors for help. I'm going to say this and take it as it resonates. Some of you guys are working with deities, but what Spirit is saying is that it's time for you to work with your ancestors specifically. I am not attacking you when I say this. What I'm hearing is that there needs to be a prioritization of working with your ancestral lineage and not with these deities. And the reason is because to work with your ancestors is to work with yourself, because you have so many ancestors within your DNA. You are not just of this thing that they tell you that you are. You are a multitude of things. You are omnipotent, and Spirit is saying that it's time for you to start working more with your ancestors. There is something very specific. No, there's nothing wrong with you working with deities, but there may be something wrong with you not doing your ancestor work. And I mean that with the most love that I possibly can. Now, for some of you guys, you feel, oh, my ancestors are evil, yada, 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 yada. No, they're not all evil. That is the whole point of you making sure that when you are sitting in, you know, silence and whatnot, before you do so, you set your intention to work with the benevolent ancestors. You don't have to work with every single ancestor. The same way that you don't work with everybody, the same way that you don't work with certain people out in the real world, you don't have to work with every single ancestor that comes to you. You can always reject that because you are the one with the power and the authority to do so. So Spirit is saying that for this group, there is something you guys need to work on your ancestor. You guys got to do your ancestor work. Is definitely what I'm hearing right now. So also, there's some type of action that will take place after you do leave meditation. Meditation is important. Meditation is not negotiable. You have the Six of Wands here, the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Two of Swords. You have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you guys are waking up, stepping out to something. That's the reason why you guys have to do so much ancestor work. The reason why you guys have to do so much of it right now is because as a leader, right? As leaders in the world, leaders have a plethora of knowledge. They are wise beyond their years. If they're young and, you know, earth age, they're usually young, wise beyond their years. With you being a wise individual, you are being called to step up and share that knowledge with the world, and don't worry about what it looks like. What I'm hearing is that there does need to be a sense, there does need to be some type of reflection, especially with the Seven of Pentacles here, to see where you've been along this journey. Although the Judgment card is not here, I kind of feel the energy of the Judgment card, but I feel that the reason why the Judgment card is not here is because it's not like there's something that, I don't want to say that there's nothing that needs to be let go of, but this doesn't really feel like a harsh judgment. This doesn't feel cataclysmic, and it doesn't feel really daunting. If anything, what this feels like is simply you going back and retracing your step to see, okay, what can I do differently this time, so that when I do step out this time, I actually know that I can actually reap whatever it is. So what I'm hearing right now is that you are being called to step up, but before you do that, there needs to be a space of silence, and you need to, what I'm hearing is, practice better decision making. Seek the answers that you need. And also what Spirit is saying is to be a bit slower to speak. Slow down so that you can hear a bit more. Because if you're constantly talking and over talking to someone and thinking that you know everything, you can end up embarrassing yourself and you can end up being sat down. So what Spirit is saying is that there's this need to be humble, and there's this need to be open to wisdom and information that is outside of you, that is within you, yes, but outside of you, meaning from your ancestors, outside knowledge, internal knowledge coming from the source, coming from cosmos, coming from your ancestors. Now, one thing that I do want to say again is that you don't have to take every single piece of information and every bit of guidance from your ancestors, because more than likely they're going to give you is information that helped them with what they were at that time. So what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing is that you can be open to receiving those things, but also know and use your better judgment is what I'm hearing. But the whole point of this, what it's so funny, because I'm being brought to, like, when someone does some type of exercise at school, right? Or if you're a teacher, you give a student an exercise and then you say, okay, what did you learn? And then the student will say, oh, well, I learned this. Well, yes, this was the point. The whole point of this was to get you to see yada, yada, yada. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting with you and this ancestor. I do feel that this ancestor, to me, it feels very masculine. You do have a lot of masculine energy here. You have the Fool card, which is depicted by masculine figure, and then you also have here the Six of Wands here, masculinity. You also do have here the Wolf, which, you know, the leader of the pack and whatnot. Yeah, this is leader energy. This has leader energy written all over it. With the Three of Wands in reverse here, don't worry about the outcome. All you need to focus on right now is you doing the best that you can to communicate with your ancestor and doing more ancestral work. This looks like you using more Florida waters. This looks like you taking more spiritual baths. This looks like you sitting in prayer. This looks like you giving thanks. This looks like, wow, as I say giving thanks, I actually see the pumpkin here. Yeah, this is really, really interesting. What I'm also hearing Spirit say is don't let what you see scare you. Like, there's something very specific about that, especially with this being here. If you guys can see that, the green being. Don't let what you see scare you. You guys have been surrounded by a lot of heavy ancestors, for real. like a lot. Like they're very, very heavy. Also, with the nine of cups in reverse here, I feel like what's being shown to you is the fact that some of you guys may have wanted something certain, but there's something unexpected that you did not know that you needed that may be coming through, actually. And I don't want to say maybe coming through. I feel like it is coming through. You would have never thought that you wanted this thing. In fact, for some of you guys, you rejected it and now it's coming back to you. And the answer is, okay, this time it is a yes because I'm ready for that thing now. But it's going to take for you to be firm and be strong and be inquisitive and ask the questions and also be humble and also seek the knowledge that you need right now. You guys are on a journey, and this journey looks like you receiving lots of information. Spend time in meditation to ensure that the decisions that you're making are for your highest and your greatest good, that you're not being irrational. Some of you guys in the past made very irrational decisions, and it affected your relationships. It affected your one-on-one partnerships, whether it be with work, whether it be with, you know, a friendship or a cousinship, as I like to say, a siblingship, right? A romantic partnership, whatever it is. And some of you guys felt like in the past that you weren't able to truly make decisions because you were afraid to. Now with this talking stick here, I feel like this means that this is your turn. You have the floor, but in order for you to say something meaningful, you have to know what you're talking about and you have to spend more time with yourself. That is the reason why Spirit is saying that it's important for you to go into what Spirit is calling into meditation. Because when you go into meditation, you can hear things a lot more clearly. That's the whole point of this talking stick here for you guys, especially the fact that it has a clear quartz here. I put this here because for whatever reason, the person that made this, I am not bashing them. It's just, of course I'm not. I'm just, you know, calling it what it is. It unraveled very easily. So I had to put twine here until I can fix this. So that's why it looks like that. But anyways, the message still applies. The message is that it's time for you guys. You guys have the floor. It's your turn to speak. It's your turn to be the leader. It's your turn to say what is on your heart, right? But in order for you to do so, you have to spend more time in meditation, spend more time with your ancestors, take the knowledge you need, speak what you know, only do what you can. And also, what I'm hearing is to go above and beyond for yourself this time. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and continue with this. With this Six of Wands, I feel that this is definitely a time in your life where things are about to get a bit more celebratory. And I say that because with the Six of Wands here, I feel like you guys, I just heard that some of you guys are going to be rewarded. Spirit, there's some type of reward. Is there anything else that you want us to... For some of you guys, I'm hearing don't be naive. Strength. Oh, I love that. Okay, cool. So you guys have strength here. What? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Remember when I mentioned the judgment card? The judgment card actually is here. Holy smack. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. Okay. I've been having a bad potty mouth recently, you guys. I gotta relax on the cursing. Alright. So with the Strength card here, with the Judgment card, the Ace of Wands, the Justice card, and the Eight of Swords. Yep. Oh, and the Eight of Pentacles is also here too. So these are all the cards I'm gonna pull. I'm not gonna pull anymore. I'm done pulling cards. So the Eight of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Judgment card, the Ace of Wands, the Justice card, and with the Eight of Swords, I feel like you guys, okay, so this is a repeated message, and I feel like we've talked about this before, you guys, right? And now I'm not getting on you, I'm just saying repeated messages are coming through. So there's something that is going on in the internal world that you may be afraid of, actually. For some of you guys, it's you are afraid of the power that you hold. I'm reminding you again that you are in a space in your life where you're being called to show up despite the fear that presents itself. The fear, and I'm hearing the word anticipation. You're anticipating something, and in the process of this anticipation, you are afraid of something. Whether it be you're afraid of losing, whether it be, oh wow, for some of you guys, you're afraid of failure. You guys are afraid of failing. That's what it is for some of you guys. You guys are afraid of failing. Okay, so that's a different message coming through now. You guys are afraid that if you were to do something, or if you were to take this course of action, that somehow you'll fail. You'll be shamed or shunned or something like that. You'll be outcasted and things of that nature. But remember that you have strength in the community. If you continue to show up and do the best that you can, you don't have to worry about being shunned. You truly fail when you don't try. And you truly fail when something didn't go right and then you never return to it. That is failure. But if you keep trying, how is that failure? If you keep trying and you're not getting it, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're learning. It means that you are figuring out what works and what doesn't work. That is not failure. And if something is not working out for you, then ask yourself, am I doing this authentically? Because if you are authentically doing something, you cannot fail at that. And what I'm hearing Spirit say is that you guys think you're failing, but in actuality, for some of you guys, it's you're living your life in the eyes of other people, and that's the reason why it feels like you're failing, because you're doing what you feel like you're expected to do, and that's the reason why you fail. But what is that really a fail, or is that you just saying, you know what? I realize that this is not for me, and I'm going to move on to something that I know that is karmically mine. That's the reason why we have the wheel here. This is something karmic. I feel like you guys have to change your perception of what failure is. Because who tells you that you failed but yourself? People outside of you can say whatever they want, but it doesn't make it true. Now, what I do is so interesting, again, because we have the Eight of Pentacles here. I'm hearing Spirit tell you to keep trying. There's something that you guys have been trying to do that you feel like you're failing, and Spirit is saying, keep trying. You just haven't been surrounded by the right people to give you the knowledge you need. Ask for help. For some of you guys, this means for you to ask for help. Judgment is here. Ace of Wands, Justice here. I feel like this has everything to do with you sitting yourself down and listening to Spirit and saying, listen, this is what is truly on my heart. Right? Judgment is not bringing me to the things that you've done in the past in a way that is unfavorable, but it's you allowing the ghosts of the past to present themselves so that you can confront them and say, you know what, I did my best, and now I leave this to rest because I know that I tried. And what I'm hearing is that if this was a relationship, you did what you could. You don't have to allow the ghosts of the past to haunt you. Instead, allow them to just flutter away. At this point, you're in a space in your life where you're being presented with something that is worth celebrating. You're being presented with something that is fiery. You're being presented with something that is of spirit. And at this point, you have to forgive yourself, is what I'm hearing. You did not fail. You believed you did, but you did all that you could. And that is what Spirit has always asked of you. Spirit will never ask you for anything except for you to try the best that you possibly can. Speak with wisdom, speak with love, speak with your highest intention, speak with the highest integrity, and speak from the heart space. This, to me, the voice is connected to the heart. And the reason is because when you speak, do you not speak with your heart? Do you not speak what is on your mind? Do you not speak what is on your heart? Therefore, the heart chakra and the throat chakra are directly related. They are directly in unison with each other. Because if you speak with a bitter heart, then you spit out poison. But if you speak with the heart that is love, then you give the antidote. That's what I'm hearing. That is very specific. If you speak from the heart, from all things that are good, you give the antidote. But if you speak with the bitter heart, then you give poison. That is the way the wisdom is coming through right now. So I want you to remember that this is a space in your life where things are coming and they're making a major turnaround for you. And I say that because you have the Strength card, you have the Justice card, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Fool card. This is a journey where you can expect that if you were to step up, stand up, listen to what the ancestors are telling you, move with more integrity, move with intention, move with authenticity, listen to the wisdom and the guidance of your ancestors and do your ancestor work, I do feel and I see a major turnaround. If you decided to go the opposite direction and do things that you know is not good for you, I see a terrible outcome. And I see you having to go right back into the cosmos and doing it all over again. I see you having to repeat the cycle. But if you decided to actually trust yourself this time, I don't see you having to repeat the cycle. All right, and we're going to go ahead and continue with the reading. All right, we have dim bones. Man, judgment again. And then daughter of coins. And then we also have here the mother of baskets. I do feel, if you guys heard that vibration, that's just my phone. It's in my drawer in my desk here, so you guys may hear some of that. I'll turn it off in a second. So yes, I do feel now that with these cards coming out, oh my holy hell. Wow. You guys are gonna flip your freaking hat. Okay, never mind. I'll share with you guys in a second. I was peeking over at your Oracle cards, and I saw something, and it was so crazy because I resonate low key. It's so crazy. Okay, moving on. So, all right. So basically, what I feel is that with these cards here, I feel like this is a presentation of something. This looks like forgiveness. I'm hearing the words forgiveness. So with these, it's definitely one of those things where you have to forgive yourself. You know, it's good for you to forgive others if you feel that you need to. Also, with this with this mother of baskets, with this queen of cups in reverse here, it's time for you to start really honoring your emotional body. And again, speak from the heart. For so long, you've been quiet. For so long, you kept things to yourself. For so long, you felt that what you said was not meaningful. Well, guess what? Now it is your turn to speak from your heart and speak what is on your mind and speak with conviction. If you cry while speaking, let it be so, because at that point, you are expressing the rivers within you. You are allowing the rivers to flow. Where there are tears, there has been healing. Where there are tears, there is feeling happening. Where there are tears, there is magic happening. Because that means that your rivers are flowing. And that means that something within you is working. Something within you is moving. The spirit is moving. It is okay for you to cry, is what I'm hearing. It is okay for you to celebrate your tears. It is okay for you to express this more vulnerable, loving aspect of yourself, because this is where your strength lies. You are strong when you allow yourself to kill the ego and receive the help that you need. With this here, this looks like is that a fox? Nope, that's a wolf. So it looks like here, wolves is like you are someone that is so used to being strong. You're used to being the leader. You're used to being the one that does it all. But now it is time for you to heal. For some of you guys, now the messages are turning into something else. This to me is a direct result of you constantly showing up and doing things for others. Now it is time for you to do it for yourself. Heal for yourself. Receive the help. Receive the love, because healers need healing too. And I want you to remember that. Guides need guidance too, at times. That is the reason why you have these emperors, empresses, and kings and queens and chiefs. They have advisors. There's a reason for advisory here, because you are not here to do it alone. It is okay to seek an advisor, because you as a leader need help. You need a support system. You need a team. That is the reason why we have advisors. I feel like you're healing the divine feminine within you as well. You're honoring more of that. And I also feel here that the judgment, the harsh criticisms that you had of yourself, it is time to let them go. For some of you guys, what I'm hearing is that you need to, you can make some Florida water and you can put it in a jug and then wash it over yourself. I feel right now that if you're listening to this now, if you've made it this far, it sounds like you may want to work with your Aboriginal American ancestors, your Indigenous Native American ancestors, as well as I'm hearing West African ancestors. If you guys have any of that, if you guys do your genealogy research and you find you don't have any African ancestors, then fine, don't work with that. But work with the ancestors that have your highest and your greatest good at heart. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move on to your oracle cards. I'm just moving my phone here because the vibrations are getting a little disturbing. So I'm moving those out of the way. And we're going to go ahead and continue. So you guys, it's so wild. Okay, so we have Black Panther here. Follow your passion. I love that. I love that. Follow your passion. You have Lion, which is courage. Ask for what you want. Didn't we say ask for help? Ask for help. And then you also do have the butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. And then you also have the panther spirit again. Reclaim your power. And then you also have here circle of life. And you have warrior of the heart. This really does make me feel power number one, that the more you use your voice, the more that you speak with love, the more that you speak with wisdom, the more that you ask questions, the more that you move in alignment to what you are passionate about, especially with the page of wands here, because the page of wands is here. I do feel that you allow yourself to really step into this more ambrosial, powerful, strong being who is full of intuition, who is full of light, who is full of courage. And I think that, to me, what this makes me feel also, especially with the circle of life here, this to me connects you to everything around you, but it also connects you to the higher source, because without that higher source, there would be nothing down here anyway. I feel that right now you're being asked to ask for what you want, go into meditation, tell your ancestors what you need, do more of your ancestral work, tell them what you're passionate about, tell them what you want, give them their offerings. They will offer their love, their wisdom, and their assistance to you. I also feel that no matter what, follow your passion. You and I'm not putting myself in your reading, but I'm just saying, just because for the sake of community, right? I just want to say this with you guys, because I relate to this part, right? I relate to this part, and I'm going to do that in hopes that you know that I'm connecting with you. You and I, we all of us have the Black Panther spirit at heart. But for me, the only difference is that for me, it's the Jaguar. But you can, I guess, use them interchangeably. So that's something that we kind of have in common. For me, it is the Jaguar. But even for you, even if you see Black Panther here, there's another deck that I do have that I didn't get out, and I believe it does have the Jaguar in it, but I would not be surprised if you got the Jaguar. So there's something about the Black Panther and about the Jaguar that's coming through for you, and each of these are equally important. And the reason is because the Black Panther and or the Jaguar was seen as as a highly exalted and feared animal, in which it is so strong and aggressive and powerful that this energy is unmistaken. It is unmistaken. It is you shake and you tremble when you see this being, as you should. You pay reverence to this being. You respect this being, right? You're not a poacher. Right? You are someone that respects life. And with the panther here, with the panther or the Jaguar, with the spirit animal here, this has everything to do with divine femininity and navigating the dark without fear. Because you are the dark. What is there for you to be afraid of if you are the dark? You are. And I feel that with the panther or with the Jaguar, this is a being that says, listen, I have so much power, so much drive, so much agility within me. I only act when I need to, and I know exactly when to pounce. I know exactly when to pounce, and I know exactly when to make my mark, and I know exactly what to do, when to do, how to do it. I am skilled. I am intuitive, right? I am a representation of the divine feminine that is untamed. That is the aspect of you that you can expect to see come out the more that you do your ancestor work, the more that you honor yourself. You are a warrior of the heart, meaning that you feel so much, but you are so brave. And even when things are harsh and cold, you still stand for a reason to fight. And that's the reason why you're a leader. And that's why you're being called to step up and be that leader. All right. I love this for you guys. Truly. I really, really do. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on here to this reading. I hope that it helped you. If you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at CassandraTurner.com. If you guys need anything from me as well, you guys can also visit me on my Instagram over at Magic of Eden, where I create small readings, 1 minute to 1 minute and 30-second readings, and also other little things that you can use to help you with your magic and whatnot. I will also be creating more content regarding my magical process and how I use it to manifest and things like that, and hope that it helps you. And if you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me there, and I will catch you in my next video. Okay, you guys, if you guys chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Thank you for coming on to our YouTube channel. Now, the first thing I heard was the word respect. Respect. That's it. Respect. That's so interesting because I'm not hearing anything else except the word respect. And I also just heard go no further. This card is peeking out. The moon here is in reverse. You have a 10 of cups here in reverse. Okay. Immediately, I feel like... Okay. So, respect and protection. Queen of Pentacles is here. King of Cups is here. Oh my goodness. Your cards are coming out like crazy. Wow. The Magician is in reverse. Wow, there's 9 of Swords. Knight of Swords. You guys, why are your cards are just falling out? Okay. You guys got the Moon in reverse, the 10 of Cups in reverse. You guys got the Queen of Pentacles. You guys got the King of Cups. You got the Magician in reverse here. You got the 9 of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the 8 of Swords. You have the 2 of Swords. And you have the Knight of Wands. I will not take the disrespect. There was an argument and a falling out. There was an argument and a falling out. And the reason is because there were very many signs of disrespect. There was trickery going on. There was mischief. There was manipulation, gaslighting, abuse, like verbal abuse. Nasty text messages being sent is what I'm hearing. Lies being spread. And I also heard that it made you want to go into seclusion. Pick yourself back up again. This feels like dishonor with this group. Reevaluate what you want. Honor yourself and take care of yourself. Those are all the things that have come through with these cards. And I cannot help but feel that energy. I can do bad by myself. I'd rather be alone in my own company. I would rather be to myself because I know that I can lean on myself. That is what this feels like with this group. I feel like there's a lot of things that have happened. And I mean a lot. I feel that some of you guys don't even realize how beautiful you are. Like some of you guys lost yourself with whatever this interaction is, whether it be with work or with a friend or with a partner. There were so many signs of disrespect, and you gave so many chances to the point where now you have to come back home to yourself is what it feels like. You are on a voyage or a journey to reclaim your own power, and I do feel like you can do this, but it is meant for you to do this one alone. Typically, you may go to like a friend to vent, or you may go to like a family member to seek help or guidance, but Spirit is saying that in this one, you do this alone. You save yourself in this one. You may be reading a book that has to do with you saving yourself. I don't know why I'm hearing like the word poetry, but you help yourself this time. Because there are certain things that you are going through that you have to deal with. That no one can deal with these things for you. Uh-oh, I'm sorry that I'm shaking the camera, you guys. I apologize. So basically, moving forward and moving on, yes, I do feel like with the moon card in reverse here, yeah, there are definitely some things that are about to... What happened? Okay, so I'm being asked to ask you, what happened during the new moon in Virgo for you? What was going on during the new moon in Virgo? This moon in reverse to me is bringing me to the new moon in Virgo. And for whatever reason, there's a direct correlation between that and what's going to happen during the Pisces full moon. So keep an eye out for that. And I do feel like with the Pisces full moon, there is something about this situation that you went through that you are going to be releasing, but it feels heavy and it feels weighted. And it just feels like some of you guys need a really good cry. And for some of you guys, it's the fact that you were so giving and you were so loving and you were so nurturing and you took care of everything. And someone or a group of people took advantage of that. Like, you just gave so much of yourself to the point where you were tired, you were drained. You just couldn't help but to just give all of yourself, because if you don't want to give all of what you can, you'd rather give nothing. And that is it with you. But Spirit is asking you to find the middle way between you giving and receiving, because you've given so much. And now what has been compromised is your own emotional body. What has been compromised is your own ability to receive and take care of yourself, because now you have to pick up the pieces that were shattered in this relationship, in this group. And a lot of it had to do with respecting you, respecting your boundaries, respecting your time, respecting your love, just respecting you for just existing. And now I feel like you're in a space where you're like, now I can no longer give myself to this, because I see the trickery, I see the foolery, I see this thing exactly for what it is, and I'm not giving any more of my time and attention to that, because I've given so much of myself to this, and I'm no longer going to do that, because each time I do this, I am doing a disservice to myself. This knife to me, or this pocket knife, is symbolic for you doing the working to cut this thing out. The pocket knife for you guys right now is symbolic for you pulling this out and you actually taking your time and you doing it yourself and you doing the working yourself. Pocket knives were used to open up boxes or to do carvings or whatever. They were very useful tools that help you, in my working. What I like to do is I like to use a pocket knife, and I like to cut herbs, and I like to chop them and cut them using a pocket knife, but that's just me though. But there's something about this pocket knife and you using it for protection. I'm not saying to go out and stab someone, so don't even try to twist my words around. For those of y'all that are gonna be like, oh, Cass said do it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, there's something about you using a pocket knife for protection, or anointing it with some type of protection oil and you carrying it with you as a form of protection. You anointing it and putting it under your pillow for protection to keep the nightmares away. That's what I'm hearing. It's like one of those things where you take this, you anoint it, you put it under your pillow, and it keeps away the nightmares. It keeps away the demons. It keeps away the negative energies from coming through to you, because your mental is protected. And this is something that is coming through. I'm hearing it's an old hoodoo trick. That's so funny, because that's coming through. I feel like one of your ancestors might have done that. I've never done that before, but low-key, I low-key want to try it to see if it helps. But for you guys, I know for a fact that it's going to help. There's something about a grandfather spirit coming through saying that he's there to protect you. And I'm hearing the word Taurus. Like, he played no games. Like, this grandfather spirit was a Taurus. And I'm hearing the word Cancer and Virgo. Those are the ones. And for some of you guys, it's Capricorn and Aries. Those are the only ones that are coming through right now. Take it as it resonates. Check their sun, moon, and rising. Check their Venus or whatever. And even if they're not those signs, they may have embodied a lot of those traits of the signs that I mentioned. I can't remember what I mentioned. So I remember it was Taurus. I remember it was Aries. And that's all I remember. Capricorn, Virgo. Yeah. So basically, yes, I really do feel that. So there's something very significant with that coming through. And also with this accompanies the cigar. I don't know why I feel like there's some type of masculine ancestor that does want to work with you, that wants to help you and protect you. And they will do so with your permission. Some of you guys have Jamaican roots. Interesting, because we do have Jamaican rum here that I placed on the altar. I'm going to be using this in some of my ancestral work, but that's neither here nor there. I'm being brought to show this to you. I'm being brought to show that to you. Yeah, this whole reading has, you know, between deck number 1, deck number 2, and pile number 3, all of y'all, everybody, this is ancestors coming to help y'all. This is ancestors coming to save y'all. Again, back with the disrespect here. The fact that, is that a badger or a Tasmanian devil? I think this might be a Tasmanian devil. The fact that if this is a Tasmanian devil, which I feel like it is, or a bat, yeah, this got to be a Tasmanian devil or a devil or something. Don't quote me on that. Whatever this being is, it's a beast, and I feel like this is what's being unleashed. And there's something about you doing what you have to do to tame it and to not let this energy or this side completely take over, because it will be rage. It will rage. It will be very vengeful, and it will be very destructive. I heard Spirit say to take time away. And just like in pile number 1, you guys are being called to go into meditation. But the reason this time, though, is because you have to center yourself. You have to recenter, you have to refocus, and you have to choose your words wisely. Or you may be telling someone else to choose their words wisely. Either way it goes, what I'm hearing is that the Spirit is asking you to say no to the disrespect, to give more to yourself, to give more to your physical body, to eat the foods that you need to help yourself heal, to give yourself the emotional support, the same support and love you give to other people. I'm hearing Spirit say to give it to yourself this time. I'm also hearing Spirit say it's time to reflect so we can let it go. With the Knight of Wands here, yeah, I feel like someone could be really combative with you, or someone may have like a nasty attitude, or someone may just come off as like a know-it-all, or someone may come off as controlling. If this is the divine feminine, I'm hearing that, okay, this is really, 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 really like narrowing down to something very, very, the word is specific. This Knight of Wands is a representation of someone coming into your life, fucking it up if you allow it. Spirit is saying to block this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands is a no-go. This person, whoever it is, block their ass now. Like, block their ass yesterday. And it's interesting because I'm hearing wreaking havoc. If you allow this energy in, for some of you, take it as it resonates, they will come and fuck your life up. I'm going to say this and just take it as it resonates, you guys. Just because they can give you and pleasure you in this space does not mean that they are good for you. Take it as it resonates. Just because someone can pleasure you in this way does not mean they are good for you. It is temporary satisfaction. Spirit is saying block. Because they're lying. Whoever this is, they're using their charm, they're using their energy, they're using their, what is it called? They're using their charisma. They're using it in a way to get what they want from you, and you're being called to protect yourself. Without question. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn over our cards here. We have the 8 of Baskets, the Daughter of Knives, and we have Miss Robinson. Oh yeah, you guys, I feel like whatever this is, I'm not really feeling it. The disrespect, what is the word that's coming through, Spirit? What is this word? It's like ignorance, but there's another word that wants to come through, but I can't quite say it. The irony, I almost kind of want to say. The sarcasm. That's it. It's sarcasm. There's something about sarcasm coming through right now, especially with this Knight of Wands here. I'm not really feeling the Knight of Wands energy. I'm hearing for you guys to block this individual or to block this type of energy. And I'm also hearing Spirit say for you to stand up for yourself. Because they're rushing. Someone's rushing. Someone is rushing something. Yeah, this is a hard no. Yeah, this thing is a hard goodbye. Judgment card is here with the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, Spirit is asking you to not go against what you know. It's time for you to go back to what you knew before, because by you going against what you knew, it's causing more harm than good, you guys. There's no need for you to go against. There's no need to go against it. No, there's no need to go against and dishonor your divine feminine. Go back to your divine feminine and honor that aspect of yourself. Honor it by making the right decision, by moving with your intuition this time, you guys. Don't allow yourself to fall into the victimhood of not using your intuition. You called it and you seen it before it happened. So Spirit says to keep going with that. There's something about you protecting yourself. And I also just heard that don't go out at night. That's something that I just heard as well. Also, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, a dream deferred is not a dream denied. So with the Devil card coming out here, it really does make me feel like it's a trap. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing it's a trap. It's a trap. That is very specific for somebody. If you're hearing this right now, it's a trap. I'm hearing Spirit say, do not get caught up in this and do not be afraid to walk away. Get up, walk the other way, say no. Excuse me. I'm really feeling like for some of you guys, this is a hard lesson learned. The 9 of Wands is not here. Yeah, the 9 of Wands is not here, but I feel like there's this need to protect. Spirit is asking you to not be afraid to walk away. Like, please do not be afraid to walk away. Please do not be afraid to say no. Spirit is asking you to trust yourself, please. Please trust yourself. Oh man, 5 of Baskets in reverse here, and we also have the Father of Knives. Mean what you say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. With the Father of Knives here, this is a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. Okay, so we're gonna go on. Dove, Serenity, slow down, pause and breathe. Okay, we also have here Fertility, Rabbit. Your creativity is at a peak. We have here Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. We have the Rabbit Spirit here, now is a lucky time. We have Smudging Ceremony. Okay, so looks like something's about to... Spirit of Fire. Okay, so this makes me feel like with this group, I'm hearing setting boundaries. With the Smudging Ceremony, I feel like this has to do with cleansing, release, with some type of like healing. I want to say initiation, but with the Smudging Ceremony, it almost kind of feels like you are connecting directly to source and allowing the wisdom to flow from within. There's something very sacred and very secretive about the aspect of life that you're in right now. You 100% could be in a state of fertility, but for whatever reason, with the Dog Spirit here, be loyal to what you love, to slow down. Now is a lucky time. Now is the time for you to tap into that warrior-like spirit to protect yourself. This has everything to do with protecting yourself. For some of you guys, I'm hearing to tap into your inner gangster, because that's the part of you that's here to come out to protect you. And say whatever it is that you need to say. Say what is on your mind. If you mean no, then you mean no. There's no need to go and over explain yourself. You said what you said, you meant what you said. That's the end of the story. If anybody got a problem with it, it's above you now. They can take it up with their own ancestors and with the divine. That has nothing to do with you. And that's all that I'm hearing to say for this group with this one here. Because when you protect yourself, when you use the power of your words to protect yourself, when you use the power of your mind to protect yourself, you protect the sacredness that is within you. You protect that divine feminine aspect within you. This ensures that all things that you create are protected. This ensures that you are in constant connection with source, with the divine, with spirit, which spirit really means the breath. All right. That is what Spirit is saying for you guys, for this group. Spirit of Fire, I really do feel like this is the light that is within you that is constantly ever flowing, ever going. This is a fire that will never be put out. This has everything to do with you making sure that you don't repeat old past patterns. I feel like you guys had the Judgment card. I think that was you guys. Was it the other? Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it might have been pile number. Yeah, it might have been pile number 1. But anyway, the judgment is coming here. Oh, no, wait, it's right here. Okay. So yes, you guys do have judgment. I feel like this means you going back and thinking about the things that you did in the past and doing something different. Now, the thing about fire is that it's like a gift from the divine, a gift from God, a gift from the creator, a gift from, you know, the higher source that is used to sustain life, and also that can be used to annihilate life. And Spirit is asking, what are you doing with the power that you hold? Right? You are doing this, you are preserving yourself in order to create something. But in order for you to do that, you can use this energy to protect yourself. Fire can also be used to protect. It is very cleansing as well. So what this tells me is that there's something about alcohol, there's something about fire water, alcohol, and you like a burning of the chest. It's like when you take a shot of tequila and you just shoot it down and it burns you a little bit. What is it? Jose Cuervo? That's what Jose Cuervo, like that's what I'm hearing. Like I'm hearing that. There's something very specific about that. And I'm also like, there's something coming through about whiskey, but it going down smoothly. And then there's like this afterburn is what I'm hearing. Be very mindful of that. I'm hearing something about ingesting it, but for ceremonial practices. I don't know what that means for you, but take it as it resonates. As far as the spirit of fire, I really do feel that this is a gift from your higher divinity saying, listen, I need you to take this and do with it what you will, but use it for the sake of good and also for your protection. Okay. I love you guys so much. And if you guys need anything from me, feel free to visit me online at cousinandturner.com. And if you guys need anything else from me, you guys can also visit me on my Instagram at Magic of Eden. Thank you guys for letting me read your cards. I know that I kind of abruptly ended, but that's just what the message was. It was over as soon as it started. Sorry, you guys, my battery died. But if there's nothing else that you guys need from me, you guys can just visit me in the spaces that I mentioned earlier. I love you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Okay, you guys, if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. All right, so remember off of the movie, what is that movie? The Jungle Book, where Mowgli, no, not just Mowgli, but remember how they were at the water hole? Because I did hear the word water hole. And how they were all at the water and like there was like peace or something like that. Like, you know, as long as, you know, the water remained, that there was like a peace treaty, right? I'm being brought to that. There's something about making peace with something or someone for the sake of moving on. There's something about making peace with something or someone. I'm hearing having the conversation. Whoa. As I say that, you guys, like, not even playing around. These cards flipped out. You have the Ace of Swords. This is the truth being spoken here. The truth being spoken. Oh, yeah. There's something that someone needs to get off of their chest. Oh, man. Okay. I'm gonna have to prepare myself for this one. Okay. All right. Oh, yes, you guys. Okay. There definitely is something that needs to be said. And I feel like there's something, it's having the conversation. I'm hearing the words air it out. Like air it out all the way. Yep. It's time to just speak it. It's time to speak up and say what you need to say. Aquarius energy is coming through right now. You may be an Aquarius, or you may be going up against an Aquarius is what I'm hearing. This person comes off as very non-emotional. This person comes off as completely checked out. And it's not the fact that they don't feel, it has everything to do with the fact that they feel a lot. They just don't want to feel vulnerable. And so they would rather do things and say things to you that make them feel like they have the upper hand. But what it really is just a display of them trying to protect a part of themselves that has been hurt. They mean what they're doing, but they don't mean, how do I put this? They mean what they're doing. And regardless of the fact of whether they're hurting you or not, they're going to do it because it means protecting themselves. And they will hurt you if it means protecting themselves. But the unfortunate part about this is the fact that they don't know the difference between helping and harming their own self. And so they're destroying a good thing, thinking that they're doing what's best for them, but they're moving from a space that is wounded. And now it's time to have the conversation. Wow. It's so interesting that I heard the word peace treaty earlier. Okay, we're getting a lot of repeated cards, even though I shuffled these cards really well. Yeah, I saw the Ace of Cups earlier, but for whatever reason didn't want to pull it out. But I guess it was like, well, I'm coming out anyway. I'm not mad at it. Oh, yeah, this is definitely yeah, this has everything to do with saying what the hell is on your mind. You guys have a good amount of swords here. So the swords that we have I'm going to name all the cards. You have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Stars, which is the Star card, the Five of Swords. We have the King of Swords in reverse, the Moon, Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Spirit, please give me an accompanying card with this Queen of Swords here, please, if you don't mind. Oh, wow. You guys got another sword card. We have the Knight, the Page of Swords now. Okay, so this really does feel, this feels argumentative. Like this energy feels very argumentative. And it just feels like there's something that you have in your heart that you need to say. And I feel like the best way for some of you guys to make peace with this thing is by saying it and voicing it out loud. I feel like this feels very out there. It feels very loud and it feels public. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling like it's public. It just feels like I'm hearing like a race of words. I just heard this is a matter of public information, which is interesting because when you think about peace and like peace treaties, they are matters of public information. You can find these different things in the public. There's something there's something that's not private. That's funny because what is the opposite of public? What's another way to say public, right? There's something that is very public and very open and out there about it. Like, this is not something that just you know or just they know. It's a matter of public record. It's a matter of public information is what I'm hearing. I don't know why I'm hearing everybody knows. Like, like everyone knows. Like, it's across the community. It's across the board. Like, we all know. But there's something about, despite the fact that, quote unquote, we all know, that does not mean not speak your truth. It means continue to speak your truth because they think they know, but they only know one side of it. Does that make sense? Now, I am all for supporting you walking away and letting people think whatever they want about you. But there's something very specific about you saying, no, fuck that. I'm going to speak up and say what I got to say, because at the end of the day, I'm tired of people having this perception. I'm tired of people being able to speak their truth and only what they want. And then I have to be the one to figure it out for myself. No, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak out and I'm going to say what I have to say because y'all are going to hear it, because I listen to y'all. I'm always listening to everyone else. I'm always putting everyone else's words first, and now y'all are going to listen to me. And if y'all don't like it, then don't fuck with me, and it is what it is. this is the energy that I'm feeling from someone. Like, this isn't my energy. It feels like that's what someone else is saying. And I am here in full support of that. And the reason is because that throat chakra energy is what needs to be activated right now, because you've struggled so long with voicing this thing. There's a truth that is undeniable here that is definitely coming out. I'm seeing the truth being revealed through text messaging. I'm seeing the truth being revealed through social media. I'm seeing something about Facebook. Like, someone put something on Facebook and they're trying to, like, I'm hearing defamation of character. Like, someone's trying to fuck your character up, and you don't have to give your energy to that. But those who know the truth are going to know the truth. I'm hearing to give it straight. I'm hearing to also give it to the divine to write a petition for the truth to come out. This is nothing you deserved. You did not deserve this. I feel like there are other energies who want to give to you. Accept the help from those energies. With the Queen of Swords here, this has everything to do with discernment as well. Be very careful as to what you say. Be very careful as to the information you're giving, and be very careful about the questions you're asking. Be very careful, very specific. Do not speak unless you need to. This to me is this is a Virgo vibe here. Like, this is channeling Virgo energy, Mercury energy. And the sister sign or brother sign to Virgo is Gemini. So this has everything to do with that kind of energy as well. You may be a Gemini or a Virgo, or you may be a Virgo, Gemini rising, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, who knows, or sun, or whatever have you. Just insert combination here. There's something very specific about Virgo and Gemini coming through with these cards. It's keeping certain information to yourself and only speaking that which you need to speak. And also setting a boundary. The Queen of Swords is one that's not to be fucked with. In chess, the queen is extremely imperative, and she protects the king in chess. The king is fixed. The king can only move certain spaces in, certain directions in certain spaces. The queen is mutable. She can move, whatever, right? There's something about the game of chess that is coming through. There's something about the king, the queen, and the pawn. There's something coming through actually about all of them. Whatever this situation is, it is a big game of chess. And then I'm hearing the word gambit. There's something that could have been done prior to this thing that would have set it all straight. And now this is the opportunity to finally set it straight. Because it could have been handled like so long ago. I'm hearing like the word 6 months. Like, it could have been handled like easily over 6 months ago. There's a 6-month cycle getting ready to happen as well for some of y'all. With the Five of Swords here, I do feel like you may feel like someone that's my hair hitting the chair, you guys, if you guys heard that. It feels like someone may have had the upper hand for a while, but that's definitely coming to an end. I just heard the word famine. That's interesting that I'm hearing the word famine. I'm going to continue on. So I feel like with this reading, it has everything to do with the fact that now you're definitely in a space where it's time for you to start using your discernment, but also be very careful as to what you say. Start speaking your truth more, standing up for yourself. And I really do feel I'm stuttering, and it's interesting that I'm stuttering right now because I feel like for some of you guys, you're hesitant to tell the truth. It's like you're hesitant to say this thing. The spirit is asking you to say it. And also, again, there's something about making peace with it. Make peace with the things that have happened, because the longer you hold on to this thing, the more unhealthy you are, literally and figuratively. Start giving more to your heart space. Start giving more to the very thing that makes you feel good. Start giving more and start pouring more into your heart. You have poured a lot of yourself into this thing, this situation, these people. And I don't know why I feel like this is kind of like not a repeated message, but there's something about you and pile number 2 that has something in common here, right? For you guys, I feel like this is you making peace with something. Someone may have said something to you that you did not like, that you absolutely hated, that was on your heart. I'm hearing something about holding a grudge, and now that's dealing with scorpionic energy. It's just no longer for you to hold a grudge. How long will you let the poison take over before you perish? Figuratively, because I'm not speaking that to you literally. How long must the poison sit before it takes effect? In fact, it has taken effect already. It's time for you to release the poison. The way that you release this poison is by you speaking and making peace with this thing. This, I don't know why, like this peace pipe, it makes it's so interesting because this has everything to do with people who are like you, but not like you. These are two forces coming together, reaching an agreement. In order for there to be an agreement, in order for there to be unison and harmony amongst the land, you have to be willing to make peace. I don't know why I'm hearing, I call it truce. Let's call it a truce. But there's something about you calling the truce that is so profound because it shows how mature you are and how much you've grown. Make peace with whatever this thing is. And if this is not with another person, what I'm hearing is to make peace with yourself. You've defeated yourself 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, 100,000,000 times. Also, there's something very specific about you speaking your truth amongst the multitude of people. Speak your truth is what I'm hearing with this group. I don't know why I feel like that's the only messages that I have that are coming through for you guys. Like I feel like that's the message. Like I cannot help but feel like that is just your message. Also with the moon card coming up in reverse here, something about healing from a broken heart. The way that you heal from a broken heart, wow, it's so interesting because with the moon card in reverse here, you have the 6 of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Cups here that are next to it, that are sitting like on top of it or above it. The way you heal the broken heart is by speaking more love into yourself, giving yourself more love and just having the courage to stand to who you are. You have the power, the gift of giving. Now it is time for you to give unto yourself. With the moon card in reverse here, I do feel like there is some type of revelation that is coming through to you. Check your dreams, have a dream, make sure you check your dream journal, write down your dreams and things of that nature. And I really do feel that it's you surrendering and also offering up what you have in your heart to the divine. With this star card here, this makes me feel like this has everything to do with you looking and seeking to God for healing. Because if you look at the card here, she is wounded. She's got an arrow going through her left breast here. And I feel like with this, it's God, I know that I can survive this as long as you are with me. Help me to remove what is on my heart. Help me to remove the thing that has pierced me. Help me to remove this thing that is causing an ache and pain in the drainage of my health and my wealth and my vitality. And that is a prayer that I hear you speaking. There is something that went straight through that is stuck within the heart space that you need help from, that you need healing from. And the way that you do that is by speaking what is on your mind to get it out. It's like there's something about having something barbed inside of your chest or like your rib cage or something like that. And what I'm hearing is that it's time to take it out. You take it out by speaking it. Speak it to the higher source. I feel like, yeah, you can talk to your ancestors, but this to me feels like you have a direct link to God. Talk directly to God, to source. Talk directly to this energy that you serve or that you worship or that you are in commune with or that you work with or whatever. Because not everyone worships, not everyone does things like that, but take it as it resonates. This is a card of healing for you guys right now. This star card is a card of healing. This is nakedness and being honest about what is hurting you. Be honest about what is hurting you. Whoever the people are that you're communicating with or whatever, be honest. speak up and speak loud and clear about what is hurting you. There's no need for you to keep your pain to yourself. Why do you want to continue to do that? By you doing that, what you're doing is saying is that, okay, I am not worthy of healing. I am not worthy of restoration. I am not worthy of all things good for me. And therefore, I will keep this pain to myself. No, it is time for you to speak up about your pain. Share your story. Share what is on your heart. Share what has hurt you. There is so much strength and vulnerability. And I feel that there are so many people in this world who still see vulnerability as a weakness. It is not a weakness. Spirit is saying to you right now that it is imperative that you speak up about what you are hurting or what you're hurting from. Because once you do that, then love can be given to you in all the ways that you need. With the Ace of Chalices or the Ace of Cups here, this is so, like, this is beautifully loving energy that is going to be given to you. It's just a matter of you speaking up and talking about it. There's a community of people who want to give to you. Speak up and talk about it. Share it online. Share your story online. Talk about what you went through. Talk about the trauma. You're not trauma bonding. You're releasing the trauma by talking about it. The Three of Baskets, the Three of Cups, community. Community, like we just said, community is here. All right, we're going to continue to go. 8 of Wands, slowing down. 5 of Wands here. Yep. It feels like, so with these 3 cards, it really does feel to me like this is not something that you have to do alone. This is something that can be done with community. And I feel like there is no need to feel like you constantly have to prove yourself or to do and do and do. And all you have to do now is say the word, and there are people who will be here to help carry you. With the 8 of Wands here, to me, this means take your time through the process. Take your time with yourself. You have Raven here. Own your power. You have Dolphin here. Time to take time to play. You have Wolf, Guardian. Okay, Raven, Magic, Dolphin, Playfulness, and then Wolf, Guardian. You are safe and protected at all times. Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. Answering the call. And Tribal Spirit, Dancer. There is so much healing that is coming to you guys right now. And I really do feel like with this Nightingale Spirit, where it says love is all around, you see how it has these not horns, but like, what are those things called? Like not cassette players, but vinyl records, like how they have like the little, those things, I can't remember what they're called, but like the horn, I guess you can say, or the speaker. I feel that this is you singing your song. This has everything to do with you sharing these things out loud. Share them. There is magic in that. The Wolf Spirit, you are safe and protected at all times. The wolf, the wolf, what I have seen is that the wolf, the leader, will stay behind to ensure that the whole pack is accounted for, and they are fierce protectors. They protect without question. They protect the group, the family, right? Because it's all about community. It's all about family. I feel like with the Wolf Spirit here, with the Wolf Guardian, this is your protector right now. The wolf is standing out to me more than any other animal on the board, and the reason is because there's a sense of nobility here, and there's a sense of like, yeah, guardianship and protection. I do feel that no matter what, then when you do speak your truth, that your innocence is being protected. This wolf to me is overlooking, overseeing, and also protecting your playfulness. It's protecting this divine feminine aspect of yourself. Stand in your power, stand in your truth, and know that no matter what, that throughout this process you are protected. No one is here to hurt you. All you have to do is speak up and speak out. That's all you have to do. Share your story. This wolf is I don't know why I'm hearing that the wolf is your animal totem or your spirit animal. For some of you guys, this is the animal that you're working with right now. This is the one. Lay a solid foundation, Beaver Spirit, and then also Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. It's interesting because I feel like with the Beaver Spirit here, this is you doing what you need to do and being firm and strong in your own wisdom and your own words and your own way of doing. I feel like with the Bieber Spirit laying a solid foundation, you are the one doing the work. You are preparing the space for you. You are creating the space for you. You're not waiting for someone to create the space. You are creating the space. You are allowing the waters to flow where they need to flow, and it is by your working that these things will be done. Now, with the pig spirit here, use your mind wisely. It's funny because pigs are actually really smart. Pigs are highly intelligent. In fact, their brain, if I'm not mistaken, actually has folds in it, which are signs of intelligence. Pigs are very intelligent. So use the power of your mind wisely and do not waste it. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent, and the saddest thing to do in life is to know what to think and not know how to think. It is time for you to exercise your ability to know how to think and know what to say and how to say it. Answer the call. And tribal spirit dancer, this is a direct connection to the divine force, and I feel to the divine source, and I feel that with answering the call, this is something that must be done. And tribal spirit dancer, this is invoking the spirit within you. I really do feel that. It's ceremonial, it's dance, it's movement, it's getting the spirit within you to move. It's awakening the inner spirit. It's awakening the spirit of those amongst you. It's this awakening of spirit that will help to bring healing unto you. You just have to be the one to get up and move. You have to be the one to call the shots, and it starts with you sharing your story. I love you guys so much. No need to be disrespected. No more. Speak up for yourself. Pour into you. Trust into what you are saying. Give it thought. Give it time. Take your time and remember to receive and be open to receiving the messages from your guides, but also, most importantly, from your higher mind, which is the divine. Okay? I love you guys so much, and I really hope that this helped. Make peace with what has happened to you in the past, and also make peace with yourself and make peace with other people by speaking your truth, no matter how much it hurts. Okay? I love you guys again so much, and if you guys need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at CassandraTurner.com. If you guys need anything else, you guys can also visit me over at Magic of Eden on my Instagram. That is where I do short readings, guided messages, and things of that nature to help you with your highest and your greatest good. Thank you for trusting me over here, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys in my next video.